Happy morning to everyone. Wishing everyone a great day ahead full of happiness and prosperity. Thank you, Almighty, for giving us another wonderful morning. Be confident, it will change your life. Confidence is the feeling you have when you believe that you are capable of handling a situation successfully. You are not born with confidence, it is something that anyone can develop. It is the most beautiful thing you can possess. Confidence is better than perfection because perfection means doing the best, but confidence means knowing how to handle the worst. Confidence doesn't come when you have all the answers, but it comes when you are ready to face all the questions. Your success will be determined by your own confidence and fortitude. Accept your past without regret. Handle your present with confidence and face your future without any fear. A warm welcome to all the participants who have gathered here to the 1805th session of ToTs Webinar led by Sudha sir. I welcome Rega Rajapan, participant of 35th batch, to the platform to take over the role of PD for today's session. Welcome, Rega ma'am. Please take over the session. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Have a fantastic day ahead. Thank you, Ruby ma'am, for inviting me, and heartfelt thanks for your beautiful and inspiring positive thought about the role of confidence in one's success. And I truly appreciate your consistent effort to enrich this platform with different inspiring thoughts every day. It's truly incomparable, ma'am. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Almighty, to my beloved parents, and to all my teachers, especially Sudha sir, who has always stood by me and helped me become more confident. On this beautiful morning, I feel truly honored to welcome each one of you, those who have embraced the core message of this platform and chosen to be here, setting aside all other commitments. With a heart full of love and gratitude, I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this session. Today is April 21st, 2025, a day marked by the celebration of many special occasions like National Tea Day, National Kindergarten Day, and more. But among them, the one that truly captured my attention is a day that perfectly aligns with the spirit of our beloved resource person. It's none other than World Creativity and Innovation Day, a celebration that feels tailor-made for today's session and speaker. All of you are familiar with the person I am referring to, the highly esteemed and awe-inspiring personality of this platform, Mr. SREEKUMAR K B, our resource person of today, who resides in Mundur, Thrissur district with his family, including his wife Bhagya and their two lovely daughters, Sri Parvati and Sri Paurnami, who are in the 8th and 1st standards respectively. He serves as assistant secretary at a cooperative bank in Thrissur and has over 22 years of rich experience in the cooperative banking sector. He holds a bachelor's degree in commerce along with postgraduate diplomas in management and financial management. He is a certified NSDC master trainer and skate ToTs certified life skill trainer. He is currently the admin of the Skate English Elite group and has previously served as the admin of Skate ToTs Webinar. It seems to me that, like me, you have always seen Mr. SREEKUMAR sir as someone who loves to walk paths others wouldn't even consider. Constantly unique in both his thoughts and actions. This is his 37th session on this platform. If we look at the previous 36 sessions, we can see one thing. The majority of them focus on creative and unique topics from diverse areas. Above all, He's adorably passionate about what he does, something we have experienced firsthand in our English Elite group. Today, he is with us to speak on the topic on your mindset, on your life. While I'm not entirely sure of the exact message he intends to convey, I'm confident it will be truly valuable, and I'm sure his philosophical touch will enrich the due respect and love. I cordially invite Mr. SREEKUMAR K B to lead today's session. Welcome, SREEKUMAR sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rekha ma'am. And good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ruby ma'am, for your positive quote. And I appreciate the efforts of Sudha sir, our mentor, who has instituted this platform for each and every one of us to showcase their skills and practice and what we call doing a deliberate practice, we can improve our communication skills. Regarding the communication skills, that's why we are here as a trainer or as a spokesperson in our own relevant field. So I am a member of Skate.'s 29th batch, and I started my presentations in the September month from 10th of September 2023. And for the last 6 months, I haven't done a presentation. So I hold the record of doing 30 presentations in a month, sorry, in a year consecutively. But after the last presentation I have done in a solo performance, as a solo performance, was in November 10th in our Anandoha meeting. That was not an online one, that was an offline one. So here I appreciate the efforts and collaboration of all the people who have been attending this platform and who have attended on this platform to encourage one another to showcase their skills. That's the beauty of it. Because when we come here, actually I am doing this in English language because I am very fearful of using this language. That is why the exact reason I chose this to do in this language, because what I learned from this platform, whenever you expose yourself to what you fear, I mean, and when you know this is the one you want to do, and when you are not running away from that, then you can have a real serious chance of improving upon that skill, right? So there may be some hiccups, there may be by some stumbling words or something like that, but you have to just keep your patience on me, because this kind of efforts will also encourage other people in this platform, because I mean, understanding and explaining or articulating in multiple languages will definitely affect one's prospects, right? So that is why I am here, and thank you, because after a long time I am here for making a presentation. So there are a lot of new faces, but still I think because of the reason I attend for some others presentation and to motivate others, I also attend during days. Now James are comes onto this platform. So there are Barsad sir is also here. He has been the main force behind all the trainers, because he finds out some errors, and by finding those errors we can adjust and do the feedback. So I was the one who initially implemented doing some English presentations also in this platform. If that encourages the trainers to elevate their standard. So thank you. So I am just making a thank you note here, and let us go to our presentation. So I want to close it. At what time? Slideshow. At 7:30. So here, are you seeing my screen here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry.
So it's not about a training, it's about a talk. It's like an open dialogue, because I just want all your cooperation or collaboration in this journey, because in the next 45 minutes we have to uh, discuss upon some really important concepts that may or may not have an effect on your life. So I am that sort of a person, because I just want to say some serious stuff or some really implementation areas to improve upon our life. So before that, I'm just for the matter of curiosity, I'm just showing some slides here. From those slides, you can infer and you can get some perspectives. Can you connect all these elements just for some interaction? If you can resonate any names, these are honey, then mangoes and branches. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Actually, I am just playing a game uh, to remember some names of films, right? So you got it.
Pumaram.
Yeah, the name is okay, but who is the lead actor in that film? Who was the lead actor?
Kalidas.
Kalidasan. Okay, thank you, thank you. Now, what about this one? My goodness. Actually, I have. What about this one? This is a bit difficult one. I found it difficult. What about you? Yeah, thank you, Sunil sir. It's a film acted by, what's the name of the actress?
Shweta
Menon, yeah, from Thrissur. Actually, she now lives in Thrissur.
Before Adujiro.
Phillips and the monkey pen.
Yeah, who said that?
Prasida.
Monkey pen.
Okay, thank you. Okay. And sir is having some difficulty because of his height.
അച്ഛൻ ഉറങ്ങാത്ത വീട് അല്ലേ?
Yes. Exactly. Thank you.
പൂച്ചയ്ക്ക് ഒരു മുക്കുത്തി.
Thank you all.
So, your mindset on your life.
So my topic is here, on your mindset and on your life. So by seeing this screen and by having this title, what is your gut instinct? What is your gut feeling? What is all about on your mindset and on your life?
To be responsible for the thoughts or actions we are taking.
SREEKUMAR sir, when you showed
Yes.
this one, everyone cannot give an answer. Why? Because they lack experience. Only people who have experience, they could answer. That means your mindset is made up of the experiences that you have derived all throughout the life.
Exactly. See, actually, we are conditioned or programmed by our environment. Since childhood, we have been exposed to different environment, because we are unique as a person, and we have been surrounded by different people and different settings in the case of religion or social cultures. So definitely, we are entitled to answer questions according to our own perspective. And the way we perceive and respond to all this all this environment, that is different also. So here My topic is on your mindset and on your life. To be frank, I am talking about owning your choices, because there is a quote that Vincent sir always used to say, there is a C between B and D. And what is that B and D, Pushpalata ma'am?
B
There is a
and
C.
C,
Yeah. There is
between
a
D
C.
and D, C.
Sorry?
C,
Between between and then there is a choice. C for choice.
Belief and decision.
Choice.
Yeah.
B born.
There is
And there is a choice. We have to make a choice in our life.
Yeah. But then what is the B and D? There is a C
B
between
is
B and D.
birth, D is death. In before that, C is very important. That's our choice.
Exactly. So that is the whole game. In the end, we are our choices. So there is a choice between birth and death. So whether we come and attend this platform now, that is our choice. And whatever you decide to go after, that is your choice. And you have to own your choices. That is the crux of this idea, on your mindset and on your choices. So I find it more interesting when I have gone through this topic, when I wanted to do a topic. So the objective is just to share 3 or 4 mindset shifts that you can apply. And this is nothing new. Everybody knows about this. But I just want to, by the end of this presentation, you will be able to share at least 4 mindsets that will enable you to go in your life. So actually, have you heard about Jim Rohn? This is my...
He's the teacher of
I started I mean, referring his quotes since 2008. So I like this person, and he died after that. And one of his important quotations: the major key to your best future is you. Because it's all about you. And he is my philosophical mentor, and I am following him since 2008. And there are 2 questions that we should ask to ourselves. So Regama, could you read out the first question?
okay. First one, what are you doing to develop yourself?
Yeah, these are
What
the
are you
questions.
doing to develop yourself?
Yes, that's the first question. Because when it is all about you, when you are being the major key to your development, it comes down to asking 2 questions daily. What are you doing to develop yourself? And the second question would be,
What are you doing to develop others?
yes, exactly. So if you ask these questions to yourself every day, you would understand that what areas needs to be improved and what areas you need to give your attention. So my idea, actually I told you that I would give you 4 mindset shifts which are very necessary for a person to live his life in full satisfaction. The first one is brutal ownership. Brutal ownership. It's all about owning your choices, taking ownership of your life. So when I coin this word brutal ownership, there is a quote: the moment you take responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you can change anything in your life.
Once again.
The moment you take responsibility for everything in your life is the moment that you can change anything in your life. Because when you take full responsibility for everything in your life, that is the moment you are able to change anything in your life. So that is why this word means a lot. Because nowadays there is a tendency that the system is like this. Everybody is like this. The society is like this. So he made me to do this. So there is a kind of disowning our choices, disowning our decisions. Instead of that, stop blaming the system and start building your future. That is the whole concept behind this. We have to start building and stop blaming. We know that when we are converted into a victim mentality mode instead of a victor mentality, there is a difference between being a victim and being a victor. The problem is you are or me. It all includes me, because when I take a topic, I just consider whether it applies to me, whether whether I have any benefit by listening to this. So my entire attention will be on those areas, whether I have a benefit by listening, whether I have a benefit, how I can apply this in my life, something like that. So my point is that is an excuse. If you take a decision and if you tell that that was a pressurized decision and that was not my choice, and you later tell that. So if you are doing anything, you just remember that you have to take the ownership of your decision. So the first mental shift that we must be making, that is taking ownership of or taking full responsibility for your own decisions, your own choices. So that is why this choice is very, very important, because in the end we are our choices. So what sort of choices you make? For example, in your financial arena, because some people may overspend, they don't save enough money, and they say that because of this hedonic treadmill, when we get some salary, when we get some arrear in salary, they had already planned all these expenses before getting the arrears, and it's like basically it's a kind of hedonic treadmill. The more we get, the more the desire. So the problem is, and then they say at the end of the day, they say that yes, there are plenty of expenses, so I couldn't save the money. But the main thing is we have to move into that kind of mindset. I controlled my choices, not the market, not the market conditions controlled my choices. I am the one who controls my choices. And in the case of emotional outbursts also, you may easily resonate with that, because so many people, losing their temper in kind of crucial situations, or in kind of family relationships, or any kind of work setting, they may tend to lose their temper and they lash out, and they also blame others.
SREEKUMAR sir, can I add? Can I
Yes,
just supplement?
Yes.
In logotherapy, there is saying there is a gap between stimulus and response. If you can widen your gap, you will have emotional stability. That's all.
Yeah. So the power of response that lies within this stimulus and response. The power of freedom for the man is in the response. So how you respond to the stimulus. So that is what Vincent sir was talking about. So here, so many people blame others for making me angry. They say that he's the one who made me angry. That is why I reacted in that way. But the real truth is, I reacted. I own my emotions, because you still have to on your reactions, because of that reason others made you like that. That is not an answer. That is not a good mindset. The same thing happens with the procrastination also, because so many people are running late for their work and so many unfinished tasks are there in our life. So we say that, sorry, I don't have time. Because if you want to make time, you have to take care of your time. So if you haven't got time for any of the important tasks, it's upon you. So you have to say that I didn't manage time, I wasted it. That is the mindset. The same applies with the relationship also. In relationship, because of the reason that you are allowing a person and you are not setting a boundary, that is how the relationship gets toxic. Some of the relationships, maybe in your family or maybe in your workplace. So the reason is you allowed it. You can set new boundaries. And the very important thing is regarding our health. Because in times of health, we don't own our choices. We know, everybody knows that exercise is very important, and mindful eating is very important. Everybody knows this, but still not owning these choices. Actually, I controlled my diet. I controlled my choices. So that's the kind of effort you must make. What is the importance of exercise? If you are denied of this oxygen, maybe you can last for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is. So you understand the importance of oxygen, the air. And maybe you just take the case of a water. Water also, if you don't get it, you would definitely understand the importance of water. You may not be lived for days. Again, in the case of food also, food is also another matter. So, but in the case of exercise, it takes months and years to give you a health scare. Because of the lack of exercise, your body is taking a toll. You don't understand it. Whereas in the case of oxygen, water, food, you will understand it instantly. But the bad effects of not having an exercise, you will understand it after maybe months, after maybe years. So that is why nobody is really taking that much importance for the exercise. But whatever it is, my entire point is you must take brutal ownership for your own decisions. That is what I was about to take. Now, I hope you got the point. Let me move on to Rega ma'am. Could you?
Yeah.
I have listed some ideas that I cannot control and I can control. So could you just read out?
Yeah.
So what I can, yeah.
I can't control what happens, and
Yeah.
I can control my perspectives. And
Yeah.
I can't control the past, and I can control my present actions and future choices. I can't control others' opinions, and I can control my self-worth and authenticity. I can't control others' actions, and I can control my response and boundaries.
Yeah, this is what it is all about, because it's all about what is in your control and what is out of your control, because that is what this happens. You can control only your perspective, only your present actions and your future choices, and you are not able to control others' opinions also. You have to take care of your personal responsibility, authenticity, self-worth. So others' actions also, because you can control your response and your boundaries. So this is the importance of logotherapy. Between stimulus and response, you have the power. Sorry, between stimulus, the response, that is your choice. Thank you. And here comes the importance of this car principle. I think everybody is well aware of this car principle. I have shared 2 or 3 times here. And I am very much I am a lover of this car principle because it helps me a lot, and I am going through turbulent situations. And still, even today, I am very much stressed out because of some problems in my official capacity. So this car, I am always, I mean, resorting this car principle. And have you got any idea? Any one of you see?
Yes, I can share what I don't know what is in your mind,
Yeah.
but I can share, SREEKUMAR sir.
Yeah.
That is, once your car develops some sort of trouble, you have to get out of the car.
Yeah.
By remaining in the car, you cannot scrutinize or you cannot understand what is going on. If you want to understand the problems, you have to get out of the car. Then you have to. So, same way, when we are confronting with the problems, we have to keep away of the problems and just try to analyze it. That is what I understand.
Yeah, sir, that's a good take, because if something is bothering you, you have to get out of yourself and you have to just move to a corner of your room and you have to see that as if it were happening to someone else. Then you have to view yourself from a distant point, and how, because when we are attached as a person emotionally, we cannot make the right decisions. That is your point. You have to just step away from the problem and yourself to a corner of you, and then see yourself as if it were happening to someone else. That is what you said. I understand. And here it is very simple. It's like I am. Let me. See, it's very simple actually. Whatever I say, it is. I mean, it will be simple. You may not misunderstand that it is something. I mean, complex. So the car principle, C stands for change the changeable. So whenever you are in a difficult situation, you just think of this car principle. C means change the changeable. If you are able to change something, you can change it, and if you are not able to change something, you just accept it. That stands for accept the unchangeable. Because in life there are a lot of things that you cannot change, and if you have the wisdom to understand it, if you can discern it, whether it is changeable or unchangeable, and the intelligence is and the wisdom is very important, because you have to decide whether this is changeable or unchangeable. And the last thing is remove yourself from unacceptable. So I hope, are you with me? You got it?
Yes.
Yes.
So, sir, in short, we have to go by the serenity principle. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. The root is serenity principle. And we can move to the next mindset. So the first mindset shift was brutal ownership. The next one is set standards, not goals. Set standards, not goals. So a lot of times, we have heard this: set the goal. You can set a goal and you can take some steps along the way. But in our morning session also, see, is it possible that we hit all our goals? And people are very reluctant. People are very fearful, even for setting a goal. Because if you know your why, definitely the how appears. But the problem is we are very fearful of setting the goals. And even we set the goal, we are just like burned out, very busy. We cannot hit the goal. So the problem is lack of standards, lack of system. There is a quote from James Clear, I mean, who is the author of Atomic Habits. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems or to the standards. So my entire concept is goals are dreams, but standards are your daily choices, your daily agenda. Standards are the commitments that you make daily. Because, for example, I must lose 10 kg in 3 months. That is a goal. But if you decide to walk 30 minutes, and if you decide to eat or apply mindful eating for a month or something like that, for an experiment, that is a standard. So the real problem, the real hurdle between your goals, I mean, where you want to be and where you are now, is the lack of standards, is the lack of systems. Because goals are, because if you, I think you have to look at it at a holistic perspective, like a growth journey. In my opinion, there shouldn't be any concrete goals. Yes, I am a bit against this goals ideology, because you just want this set your standards, not just goals, or not just goals, just vibes, or set your experiments, not just goals. Because yes, you are right in a way, because one needs a direction. Goals are just for a direction. And in order to, life is a direction, life is a choice. And you may not end up in the right goal, because maybe in the adolescence period, or maybe in the initial period of one's life, after the initial education or formal education, one may not understand what their true capabilities are, what their true interests are. In those times, we are asking them to define your goal and based on his interest. But the real thing is, one has to experiment and one has to really set the standards, the daily choices, the daily agenda. So it's not about the goals. So likewise, see, even if you are if you want to become a public speaker, your goal is to become a good public speaker. And what could be the standard for that? What could be the standard? Just making a goal is not enough. Anyone?
Prepare, practice.
Yeah, practice. So instead of, yeah.
So this one, as you rightly said, if you want to be successful, you have to be successful every day. That is what you meant. That is, we have to make changes of standards and systems. And that is, every day we have to be successful. Every day must be, your goal must be supported by daily actions. Am I right, sir?
Exactly, sir. Exactly. So instead of I want to be a great speaker, you must set the standard, or you must set a daily agenda, or you can at least say that I will practice public speaking 3 times a week. That is a standard. Because that is why we say that you enjoy the process, you enjoy the journey. Because when you reach at the end goal, it's like a homeostasis. It's like every hedonic, when we achieve the goal, we feel like it is nothing. So the journey is important. The process is important. Setting the standards is important. And having an experimental mindset is important. So it's all about experiment. Your life is not a problem to be solved. It's an experiment to be lived. So you may have different interests and passions that lies inside of you. But how you can explore it, how you can dig out of it? It's by having multiple interests. I just, by setting a goal, you are narrowing down your interest and path. Yes, you can have a direction. You can have a direction. That's okay. But at the same time, you just follow some other things also, if your vibe supports like that. That is my entire point. I think you got some idea. So what is the importance of having like setting standards or setting experiments instead of goals, instead of just goals? So if it is a goal, when you try something, it feels like a failure. But if it is an experiment, it doesn't feel like that. it's just it's not a failure because we are experimenting it. We get only feedback, and when we are experiencing, we can stay flexible. We can focus on the process. We are not pressurized by the goals. And when you do an experiment, and if you get some benefits out of it, you can build the momentum. That is what I did with regards to my presentations also, because I got some momentum. That is why I could complete 30 presentations in an year in this platform. Yes, I set a goal. I wanted to do 30 presentations in a year. Then I just experimented with it. I just stayed on the process by making a PPT, a couple of PPT every month. So whenever Ruby ma'am intimates me, I am ready with 2 or 3 PPTs. So even Thomas Edison told, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that wouldn't work. So he experimented. He didn't have a goal. He experimented with his efforts, his curiosity, his imagination, his creativity. So it's not just goals. So you shouldn't go after this goals theory. You just experiment yourself. You just set the standards, the daily choices. And what about these 10,000 hours? There is a book, Outlier, by Malcolm Gladwell or something. I mean, the name of the author. 10,000.
If you practice something 10,000 hours, you can become an expert in that topic, that subject.
Yes, exactly. So by practicing, by doing a deliberate practice for 10,000 hours, that is what you need to become, efficient at any skill. If you want to learn any skill, you have to practice 10,000 hours deliberately. That is what the book says. So I am just making an alteration here. Instead of 10,000 hours, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. 10,000 iterations. Iterations important. So there is a difference between repetition and iteration. Raga ma'am, do you throw some light on it? Repetition and iteration. Repetition is doing the same task. Repetition is doing the same task. If you do the same task for 10,000 times, what is the use? Instead of repetition, iteration is something you can modify the second time. You can change something, and you are doing it after correcting. After getting the feedback, and you are changing something. So every software version is like an iteration. And when you present something here also, in the second time, you are just changing something. That is an iteration. So what I mean by iteration is that it's the quality. It's the quality of 10,000 hours. So if you do 10,000 iterations, you will be better at any skill. Regardless of the name of the skill, you will be better at any skill. So it's not 10,000 hours, it's 10,000 iterations. So how you do this 10,000 iterations, you have to set the standard, and you have to be patient, because it's very, very boring sometimes. It's very, very boring. So you have to be a lover of boredom. You have to embrace the boredom. Okay, so you got my idea. Set the standards, not goals. So standards are very important. Your daily choices are important. Your process are important. Your systems are important. Your vibes are important. Your experiments are important. So that is why we say standards and process. The third one, the mindset shift, is protect your mental real estate. So what is the real estate? Your mental space. I'm just changed the wordings. You can say that guard your mental space, something like that. But it is your protect your mental real estate, because so many things are capturing your attention. because you are like hampering, like I mean, what we call here, from here and there, your attention is being utilized. So you just free up your mental space, declutter your mind. Instead of going here and there, you just understand what you need to do. Because who and what enters your mind shapes your future. Who and what enters your mind shapes your future. So it's better that you take care of your surroundings and what enters your mind in the. So the main thing is, so many people are being busy. It's like a fake hustle. Are you busy or are you being burned out? That's the question here. You must reflect on yourself. Are you busy or are you being burned out? There is a difference between, I mean, don't confuse activity with productivity. So many people are very active and they're doing so many activities, but that does not equal to productivity. How it is so? And there is a difference between efficiency and effectiveness also. Well, I think Raju sir must be able to say the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. What is efficiency and what is effectiveness?
Actually, efficiency is set for the machine, for the machines. But for human beings, who are can say creative, should have the efficiency.
Ability to work.
Effectiveness. Efficiency is mainly for the machines. 1 hour, so much efficiency. But for the effectiveness is only human being and needs some.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, see, I just want to make it very, very simple. Efficiency is
Doing things right.
Yeah, Sunil Kumar sir is here. Okay. What is efficiency, sir? Doing things rightly.
Doing things right is efficiency.
Yeah.
Doing rightly.
Yeah,
And doing the right thing is.
Yeah, got it, sir, got it. So efficiency is doing things rightly, whereas effectiveness is doing the right things. There is a very, very simple difference between efficiency and effectiveness. So, because if you are not doing the right things, what is the use of doing it anyway? In the first place, there is no use. So the problem is protect your mental real estate, because who and what enters your mind shapes your destiny, shapes your future. Your mind is like a garden. The thoughts are the seeds. So you just take care of who and what enters your mind. So you have very limited time. So protect your mental real estate. So that is what we have. You don't need to pay any taxes on that also. And then moving on to the next slide. This is the most important, and this is the
Action first, clarity later.
Yeah, because you may have goals, you may have different ideologies, because every person is different, every goals are different, and your life situations are different, your contexts are different. I know we are people, I mean, coupled with different ambitions, with different thought process, with different belief system, different value system. The problem is not taking action. We are just waiting to get a feeling to take action. Instead of acting it out to get the feeling, we are just waiting for the feeling to get action. So this is the fourth mindset: action first, clarity later. Start before you are ready. Because I wasn't ready for this presentation either. I heard some ideas and I know it will not be perfect. I knew it wouldn't be perfect. Okay, that's okay. But the main thing is you will never ever be ready. You have to start before you are ready. You don't wait for the readiness. clarity doesn't come from thinking. Clarity comes from action. So action creates clarity. The action gives you the learning, and that learning gives you the clarity. And what is learning all about? So there must be so many failures. There must be so many failures because life is consisting of ups and downs, happiness and sorrows, mistakes. That adds to the experience, and that experience gives us the feedback. And with that feedback, we can adjust our efforts, and we can strive to get better. The whole point is you don't need to wait. You just take action. The clarity will be available later. And I am here just for the questions and answers. If you have any questions upon this four mindset, you can just ask now. Any questions?
I would like to know who said this 1,000-hour principle. Who is the author of that?
Malcolm Gladwell. The book is Outlier.
Outlier.
So we have talked upon four important mental shift. The first
sir, one thing is that with regard to goals, you have quoted James Clear.
Yeah.
And it is good that can you please elaborate on the points, systems and standards? And is it one and same? Is it one and same? And please just give some clarification on that. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I quoted James Clear by saying that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And as a means to attain a goal, we put in some practices, some processes, some systems, some standards. Because system is a method to achieve our why, our goal. If that system takes some experience and takes some feedback, and then we readjust it, and then it becomes a standard. That is the standard. And for the next time, when a new employee comes in, or when because we know that when we set an experiment to work for 30 minutes a day, and when we care about mindful eating, if we do it in a continuous way, I mean daily for 3 months, we are almost there to reduce our weight by 10 kg in 3 months. So that is a standard, and standards may differ for person to person based upon their body. So that is why standards are different for different person. But you have to make up, after arriving at a standard, you have to make up a system. So there are different ideologies like project, standard, task, mission, system, standard, process, policies. All are interconnected, and all are, I mean, the nuances of this standards or system. In general, we can say that what we want is our goal, and how we can achieve it, that is the system. And in the system, the standard involves.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, any other doubts? Actually,
sir, can you explain the point brutal ownership once more?
Yeah, the brutal honesty means, sorry, not honesty, about brutal ownership, right?
Yes.
Yeah, brutal ownership. Brutal ownership means you have to take full responsibility for your decisions, for your life. So whatever action or whatever decision you take, you have to take full responsibility for your actions. That is brutal ownership. It's just for, I mean, getting some importance to ownership. Because the problem is, we always say that you made me angry. When we have some, I mean, collapse or collision in our house or confrontation in our house, we say that I spelled this bad word because you made me to spell that word, something like that. So because that is when you are not owning your reactions, you are blaming somebody else. That is a victim mentality. Because of the system, because of the other person, I am forced to behave in this way. That is real shit. Instead of that, you should own your decision. You should own your choices, saying that I am the one, I am the person who is controlling my choices and who is controlling my behavior. Only when you take it. That is why there is a quote: the moment you take the responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you can change anything in your life. So because of the control, excess control over you by the system or others, that is why I am taking the brutal ownership to alleviate all those controls. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And now it is 7:31. So the brutal ownership, and the second one was, set standards, set experiments, not just goals. Then the third one, protect your mental real estate.
Mental real estate.
And the fourth one,
and first clarity last.
Yeah, the clarity will be, you can sort the details later. You have to act first. Start before you are ready, because it's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Because we are evolving as a person. Even your identity, even your efforts. As a person, in whatever you do, you are just evolving. There is no point as perfection. I don't care who is doing better than me. I don't care who is doing better than me. I know that there are so many persons are here who can do better than me. And there will be. I don't care who is doing better than me. It's me versus me. Actually, I am comparing the person who I was yesterday. It's me versus me. The battle is within me.
A better version of yourself.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Exactly. It's the battle is between me versus me. So don't aim to arrive at a certain stage. Instead, aim to evolve as a person. Because progress doesn't have an end. Growth doesn't have an end. But if you set a goal, you will just end in that goal. So my point is, try more, live more, and learn more by having this mental shift. Okay. So I think it's time for conclusion. And as a conclusion, I am giving you all a gift. Yeah, there is a slide, time for recap. I'm just going through the recap slide. Everybody knows it. We have done this.
Ownership.
Brutal
Set
ownership,
standards, not goals.
not goals.
Protect your mental real estate.
And action first and clarity later.
Okay, I think you have understood all these concepts. And this is my gift. So whether it is a man or woman, I mean, it's a watch designed for couples, ladies watch also there. So what's it about to watch?
Watch.
Easy to words, attitudes, action, thought, character, honesty.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. So watch your words, watch your actions, watch your thoughts, and watch your character, and watch your habits. There is a difference between, I mean, your identity and your image. You must prioritize your identity over your image, because you must be more concerned with your character rather than your reputation. That is how you can build a long-term success. So as a present, I mean, you have to have this watch, always watch your words, actions, thoughts, character, and habits. And thank you all. So I am just closing here. Now it is 7:34, and I enjoyed this session thoroughly because it's after a long time, and I hope you can just I mean, cooperate with me. I am extremely grateful to all of you because I had some, I mean, problems in this session because I am doing this after a long time. And thank you for supporting me throughout. Thank you out to Ragama.
Okay. Heartfelt thanks to you, SREEKUMAR sir, for an exceptionally insightful and empowering session. Your brilliant delivery, profound wisdom, and passionate approach truly left us inspired and uplifted. And you did an outstanding job and created a lasting impact. The first and most important takeaway for me from the session is this powerful message: do what you fear. It truly resonated with me and reminded me that growth begins where fear ends. And then you shared another striking quote by Jim Rohn, which was new to me but deeply meaningful the moment I heard it. The major key to your best future is you. It truly left a lasting impression on me. And you began the session with two thought-provoking questions, which were truly reflective and set the perfect tone for what followed. You explained four powerful mindset shifts, and through your clear and engaging explanation, I believe all of us gained numerous valuable takeaways that are truly beneficial for our personal growth. Thank you so much and congratulations, sir. And it's time for feedback. ആൻഡ് ക്ലാസ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലായിരുന്നു എങ്കിലും എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു എല്ലാവർക്കും നമുക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന ഭാഷയിൽ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് താല്പര്യമുള്ള സൗകര്യപ്രദമായ ഭാഷയിൽ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് പറയാം. ആൻഡ് എല്ലാവരെയും വെൽക്കം ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഹാൻഡ് റൈസ് ചെയ്ത് മുന്നോട്ട് വരുമെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. ആൻഡ് രാജു ഫിലിപ്പ് സർ, വെൽക്കം.
Morning, Rekha madam. And also, SREEKUMAR sir. Rekha madam, you have acted as a very good PD. You have explained, you have invited him with the powerful words, and you have really motivated him to speak. And you are also giving the conclusion, very great conclusion also. As a PD, you have experienced and very good, excellent PD. Exceptional.
Thank you, sir.
Outstanding. And today's topic, SREEKUMAR sir, on your mind, on your mindset, on your life. It's really the topic. I mean, the heading is giving the whole thing about all what you have said here, and it is a summary of the total session. I just want to appreciate you for your wisdom. You can say you got by practicing for making all these sessions, and today's session was full of wisdom, words of wisdom. Not even a single word cannot be exempted from here. And between B and D, there is C. The letter C is there. Between B and D, the letter C is there. That is between birth and death. Choices are there. We are what we choose. We are what we choose. And we are what we do. All these things are there in there. And all these things are words of wisdom. And also you are just quoting Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is a very good author for me also. He is the Anthony Robinson, the greatest speaker, this motivational speaker. This is the greatest, can say, best speaker of today's speaker of Anthony Robbins. He is the disciple of Jim Rohn. In Jim Rohn's words, it is not the direction of the wind, it is determining your direction of your direction. It is the setting in the sails. You know, even the wind is in the the direction, you can take the boat, you can sail the boat in the direction you want by setting the sails. Sails means sail from the boat. So it is because this of the sailboat, not the boat. And you have to set our sails according to your direction. It is not the circumstances. It is not the. It is not others which are determining your direction. You have to set sails for your direction. Okay, all things are pearls of wisdom. I don't want to repeat everything. Everything was good. Just I want to congratulate you for your hard work and also your research work for this great topic. All, thank you very much, and also I want to thank Rekha Madam for this great support.
താങ്ക് യു രാജു ഫിലിപ്പ് സാർ. കോട്ടുകളുടെ രാജകുമാരന് തൃപ്തിയാകും വിധമുള്ള ഒരു കോട്ടുമായിരുന്നു, ഒരു സെഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു എന്നാണ് എനിക്കിപ്പോ മനസ്സിലായത്. താങ്ക് യു സർ. ആൻഡ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് പുഷ്പലത മാം, വെൽക്കം.
Thank you for calling me, Rega ma'am. As usual, Ruby ma'am wishing us a good morning with a good thought by saying the importance of confidence. Likewise, Rega ma'am's introduction was very fantastic. Once more, you proved that you are a good PD. SREEKUMAR sir, it was really a good session. You started with great gratitude, great rapport building, and two important questions. From this class, with your 4 points, I understand so many things. That standard is more than goals. Set standard, if we set a standard, we will never fail. Similarly, at last, you give us a good thought that is with a one word, watch. That if we control our words and listen our action, thought, and character habits, how we can control and manage our life and improve our insights, how to improve our character and day-to-day life. Really, it was a very good session, sir. I appreciate you very much. Thank you once more. Hearty congratulations to you also.
താങ്ക് യു പുഷ്പലത മാം. റിയലി ഇൻസ്പയറിംഗ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്. ഏത് ഭാഷയാണെങ്കിലും വിട്ടുകൊടുക്കില്ല എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിട്ട് ഒപ്പം നിന്നതിന് നന്ദി. നെക്സ്റ്റ് രവി ജി സർ, വെൽക്കം.
അപ്പോ രാവിലെ ശ്രീകുമാർ സാറിന്റെ ഒരു നല്ല ക്ലാസ്സാണ് ഉണ്ടായത്. രേഖ മേഡത്തിന് ഞാൻ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഒരു അഭിനന്ദനം രേഖപ്പെടുത്താറുണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഒന്ന് വീണ്ടും രേഖപ്പെടുത്താണ്. അപ്പോ ഈ സെഷന്റെ പ്രത്യേകത എന്ന് വെച്ചാല് ചിലർ വരുമ്പോൾ ചരിത്രം വഴിമാറും എന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്രയോഗമുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ ഗോളിനെ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സ് കൊണ്ട് വഴി മാറ്റിയിരിക്കുകയാണ് ശ്രീകുമാർ സാർ. നമ്മുടെ ഒരു തെറ്റിദ്ധാരണ എല്ലാം അവസാന വാക്കണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഒന്നിനും അവസാന വാക്കില്ല, മറിച്ച് നമ്മളാണത് തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നത് എന്ന ഒരു മഹത്തായ സന്ദേശം സാറിന്റെ വാക്കുകളിലുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ഇന്നത്തെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ആയിട്ട് എടുത്തത് സെറ്റ് സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സ് നോട്ട് ഗോൾസ് ഉള്ള പോയിന്റാണ്. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ഏറ്റവും എനിക്ക് നന്നായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായേണ്ട ഒരു പോയിന്റ് എന്ന് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കും. മറ്റെല്ലാം പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട പോയിന്റുകൾ തന്നെയാണ്, പക്ഷെ ഇത് വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടതാണ് എന്നുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാനത് പ്രത്യേകം എടുത്തു പറയുന്നതാണ്. ഇത്രയാണ് എനിക്ക് വളരെ ചെറിയ സംശയം ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട്. അത് ശ്രീകുമാർ സാർ ഒന്ന് ക്ലിയർ ചെയ്യണം, കാരണം അത് പിന്നീട് വരാതിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്. അതായത് നമ്മളെ സ്ലൈഡ് പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ പിന്നെ ഈ നമ്മുടെ ഇതുണ്ടല്ലോ, അതായത് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആൻസറിന്റെ മുന്നേ ആണ് നമ്മൾ റീക്യാപ്പ് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യല്. അത് സാർ ഇത് നേരെ തിരിച്ചാണ് ചെയ്തത്. അതിന്റെ ഒരു ക്ലാരിഫിക്കേഷൻ കൂടി സാറിന്റെ ഭാഗത്ത് ഉണ്ടാവണം എന്ന് എനിക്കൊരു തോന്നലുണ്ട്. അത് ഞാനൊന്ന് സൂചിപ്പിക്കണം. അതുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട കാര്യമില്ല, എന്നാലും ടെക്നിക്കൽ വശമാണ്. മറ്റേ ക്ലാസ്സിനെ കുറിച്ച് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഒന്നും പറയേണ്ട കാര്യം ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് അറിയാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല. വളരെ സന്തോഷം. രാവിലെ എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി. താങ്ക് യു.
ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു സാർ.
താങ്ക് യു സർ. ചരിത്രം വഴിമാറുന്നു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ആ കോട്ട് എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. താങ്ക് യു സർ. ആൻഡ് വെൽക്കം വിൻസെന്റ് സർ.
Yes, thank you, Rekha ma'am, for elegantly, eloquently, and gorgeously summing up the main highlights of the session, supporting the trainer all the while. Thank you and congratulations. SREEKUMAR sir, it was an awesome session. I will have only some words to qualify it. Awesome session, insightful, empowering. Then with regard to mindset, a lot of takeaways, because everything, see, we find people who are having success in life, who are having full face, who encounters failure in life. What is the difference? The only difference is the mindset. You have delve deep into that and analyzed the situations and brought about a lot of takeaways, which it can foster and leaving us a watch, giving us a watch. Thank you so much, SREEKUMAR sir, and back to you, Rekha.
Thank you, Vincent sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Throughout the session, a session enrich ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ഒപ്പം നിന്നതിന് നന്ദി. ഇനി ആരും ഹാൻഡ് റൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. സുനിൽ sir, welcome.
Good morning all. Thank you, Rekha madam, for the excellent support you have given as a PD in today's session. And thank you, Ruby madam, for giving a beautiful morning thoughts about the confidence, which is also relevant and very significant. And SREEKUMAR sir, as Ravi sir told, when somebody comes, the history will change. And now I am reading a book called Same as Ever, in which it is told that history is not repeating, but men's characters are, behavior are repeated. Today's session was very much interesting and informative also. Bringing all the thoughts from many books, like Atomic Habits and other books, and so many quotations. Ultimately, the main key is what Jim Rohn has said: the master is the you only. Only you can think, and you can watch. You have gifted us 2 watches, couple watches. Watch your action, watch your thoughts, watch your character, watch your habits. That was also very nice. Excellent learning. Very nice thoughts. When you told about efficiency and effectiveness, there is one more word called efficacy, which is also similar to efficiency and effectiveness. In our management, they are looking for self-efficacy as a point for evaluating for promotion and all that, performance appraisal. Efficacy means getting the desired result. It is not enough that we are efficient or effectiveness or effective, but you should have self-efficacy to produce the result on what you are doing. That is more important, especially in business and management world. Very good, thought-provoking and inspiring points you have given. Thank you. Once in a while, 1 hour English means that's a very good action which was started none other by SREEKUMAR himself. And once in a while, he is also coming with such English presentations. Congratulations, SREEKUMAR sir. Thank you. And Rekha madam, once again, you are excellent, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunil Kumar sir. So, is there anyone? ഇല്ല. Okay, നമുക്ക് അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം.
Ruby, Rekha ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, come on, Prasina ma'am. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much for giving this opportunity also. Good morning to everyone. Am I audible, I think?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, today's session is very awesome session because very important topic. This our mindset. Mindset is, I think, everything. On our mindset, it is a crucial because it empowers individuals to take control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. By doing so, they can make intentional choices, build resilience, and cultivate a growth-oriented mindset. So it is very good session because sir, he introduced or he gave us a good concept with 4 powerful points also. So it's very inspiring and interesting using one. First he gave a interesting or inspiring activity also. So it is very good session. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Your support is also, as a PD, your support is also amazing. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Brasina ma'am. Thank you so much. സ്കൂളിലേക്കുള്ള തിരക്കിനിടയിലും വന്നതിന് നന്ദി.
No school.
ഇന്നില്ല.
No vacation. No, ഇന്നില്ല. ഇല്ല, സ്കൂളില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ടാ ഇത്ര ഇരുന്നത്.
Okay. And okay. Thank you. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം അല്ലേ? Okay, thank you ശ്രീകുമാർ സർ. Thank you so much. കാരണം ഇത്രയും നല്ല, പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും ഞാൻ ആ കോൺഫിഡൻസിനെ അപ്രീഷിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ആദ്യം സർ പറഞ്ഞ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെന്റൻസ് ആണ് എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും അധികം സ്ട്രൈക്ക് ചെയ്തത്. ഡു വാട്ട് യു ഫിയർ. ആക്ച്വലി അത് എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി എന്നോടാണോ പറഞ്ഞതെന്നുള്ളതായിരുന്നു എന്റെ സംശയം. അത്രത്തോളം എനിക്ക് സ്ട്രൈക്ക് ചെയ്ത ഒരു സെന്റൻസ് ആണ്. അതേപോലെ പറഞ്ഞ കോട്സുകളെല്ലാം വളരെ റിലവന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള, എങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്കത് മനസ്സിൽ സൂക്ഷിച്ചു വെക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കോട്സ്. 2 കീ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് തന്നതും വളരെയധികം ചിന്തിപ്പിക്കുന്ന 2 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ്. മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് ഷിഫ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് 4 പോയിന്റ്സ് പറഞ്ഞത്. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അതെല്ലാം ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ജീവിതത്തില് ചേർത്ത് വെക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കുറച്ച് കാര്യങ്ങൾ. എസ്പെഷ്യലി എനിക്ക് പുതിയതാണ് കാർ പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ. അത് വളരെയധികം സ്ട്രൈക്കിംഗ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. ഏറ്റവും അവസാനം കൺക്ലൂഷൻ വളരെ മനോഹരമായിരുന്നു. കാരണം ആ വാച്ച് 2 വാച്ച് കൊണ്ടുവന്നപ്പോ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചത് വല്ല ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിനും പറഞ്ഞവർക്ക് വല്ല ആൻസറും പറയാൻ, എന്താണ് അതെന്നും മനസ്സിലായില്ലായിരുന്നു. അത് തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും വാച്ച് യുവർ വേർഡ്സ്, ആക്ഷൻസ്, തോട്ട്സ്, ക്യാരക്ടർ ആൻഡ് ഹാബിറ്റ്. റിയലി ശരിക്കും അതൊരു വളരെ പറയാൻ വാക്കുകളില്ലാത്ത വിധം മനോഹരമായ ഒരു കൺക്ലൂഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു സർ. കൺഗ്രാറ്റുലേഷൻസ്. ആൻഡ് സാറിനെ റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ ആയിട്ട് ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
താങ്ക് യു രേഖ മാം. വളരെ സന്തോഷം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു പ്രസന്റേഷൻ ഇവിടെ നടത്താൻ സാധിച്ചത്. രേഖ മാഡത്തിന്റെ ഫുൾ സപ്പോർട്ടിന് അതുമായി നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇതിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ അത് കേട്ടു, അത് സംസാരിച്ചു. കൂടുതൽ ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ചിന്തിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ്, ഏത് ടോപ്പിക്കിലായാലും അവിടെയുള്ള ഇന്ററാക്ഷനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടല്ല, നമ്മൾ അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ചിന്തിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് നമുക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും മാറ്റം വരുത്താനോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ പേടിയെ മറികടന്ന് നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ളത് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ളത് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഉപകരിക്കുമെങ്കിൽ അതാണ് അതിന്റെ വിജയം. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെയും അത് തന്നെയാണ്. കാരണം വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ പല കാര്യങ്ങളും പേടിക്കുന്ന ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളൊരു ഭാഗമായിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഇതൊരു എക്സ്പോഷർ തെറാപ്പി എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ തന്നെയാണ് ഈ സെഷൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ ഒന്ന് ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിനെ സഹകരിച്ച എല്ലാവരോടും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. അതുപോലെ രവി സാറ് ചോദിച്ച ചോദ്യം അത് പർപ്പസ്ഫുള്ളി അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ വെച്ചതാണ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഒരു സിസ്റ്റം, ഒരു റുട്ടീൻ എനിക്ക് താല്പര്യമില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ അതുകൊണ്ട് മാറ്റി ചർച്ച ചെയ്തിട്ടാവാം ഇവിടേക്ക് വരുന്നത് എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിലായി. കാരണം ആരെങ്കിലും സംശയങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കാനുള്ള അവസരങ്ങൾ കൂടുതൽ വരട്ടെ എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് മുന്നേ വെച്ചതാണത്. അത് തെറ്റിവെച്ചതല്ല, അത് മനഃപൂർവ്വം തന്നെ വെച്ചതാണ്. അതും എൻ്റെ ചോയ്സിന്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് വെച്ചതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതാണ് പറയാനുള്ളത്. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
താങ്ക് യു. എനിക്ക് ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഉണ്ട്. കൺവെൻഷണൽ വേ ഓഫ് ബിലീഫ് ആണ് ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇന്ന് തച്ചുടച്ച് കളഞ്ഞത്. ഈ ഗോൾ സെറ്റിങ്ങിന് ഭയങ്കര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുത്ത് എല്ലാവരും ഗോൾ സെറ്റിങ്ങിന്റെ പുറകെ പോകുന്ന ഒരു സമയത്ത് ഗോൾ സെറ്റിംഗ് അല്ല, സെറ്റ് സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സ് എന്ന് ഇതേപോലെ ധൈര്യത്തോടുകൂടി കോൺഫിഡൻസോടുകൂടി ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു തരാൻ പറ്റണമെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അതിന്റെ പുറകിൽ സാറിന് വളരെ കൃത്യമായ ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാട് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. അതിനാണ്, കാരണം എനിക്കതൊരു കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ആയിപ്പോയി ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ. കാരണം കുറെ കാലമായിട്ട് കേൾക്കുന്നതാണ് ഗോൾ സെറ്റിംഗ്, ഗോൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്താലാണ് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാനുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യം എന്ന്. ഇന്നിപ്പോ തീർത്തും അതിനെ തച്ചുടച്ചുകൊണ്ടുള്ള ഒരു താങ്ക് യു സാർ. ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിക്കാനുണ്ട് അതിനെ കുറിച്ച് എനിക്ക്.
അല്ല, അതിനെ കുറച്ച് നാളുകളായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഗവേഷണം നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. കാരണം ഇപ്പൊ അടുത്ത കാലത്ത് വീണ്ടും ഒരു പുസ്തകം ഞാനിത് വായിച്ചപ്പോ, ഹൗ ടു ലീവ് ഫ്രീ ഇൻ എ ഗോൾ ഒബ്സസ്ഡ് വേൾഡ്. അപ്പൊ ഇതൊക്കെ ഒരു എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ് ആണ്. ഗോൾസ് ഇടയ്ക്ക് നമുക്ക് മാറിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും, നമ്മുടെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിനനുസരിച്ച് മാറിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. അപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ കമ്മിറ്റ്മെന്റ്, നമ്മുടെ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്, നമ്മുടെ ഡെയിലി ചോയ്സസ് ആണ് നമ്മളെന്ന വ്യക്തിയെ മാറ്റുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഗ്രോത്തിൽ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചാലേ നമ്മൾ ഗോൾസ് അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലുള്ള ഷോർട്ട് ടൈം ആയാലും ലോങ് ടൈം ആയാലും ഗോൾസ് ഹിറ്റ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. പക്ഷെ ഗോൾസ് വേണം, അതൊരു ഡയറക്ഷന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അത് വേണം. അപ്പൊ ആ ഡയറക്ഷന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സും സിസ്റ്റംസും ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും ആസ്വദിക്കേണ്ടതും എന്താ പറയാ, ഈ പ്രോസസ്സിലും ഈ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സിലും ഡെയിലി ചോയ്സസിലുമാണ്. അതിലാണ് കൂടുതൽ നമ്മൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കേണ്ടത്. അല്ലാതെ ഒരു ഗോൾ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കൊരു സന്തോഷം കിട്ടാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല. അവിടെ എത്തിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ വീണ്ടും അടുത്ത ഗോളിൽ നമ്മൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. അങ്ങനെ അവസാനം നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ പ്രോസസ്സിൽ നമുക്ക് ജീവിക്കാൻ ഒരു മതിയായ സന്തോഷം കിട്ടാതെ ഗോള് കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ സന്തോഷം കിട്ടുമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് നമ്മൾ അവസാനം മരണം വരെ ജീവിക്കും. അപ്പൊ അത് ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ പ്രോസസ്സിൽ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്സിൽ പരമാവധി ആസ്വദിച്ച് നമ്മുടെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റുകൾ പർസ്യൂ ചെയ്ത് ജീവിക്കണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് അതിൽ അടിത്തട്ടിലായിരുന്നൊരു സന്ദേശം. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു.
ഇവിടെയാണ് കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളതിൽ സന്തോഷിക്കാം.
ഇവിടെയാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ സാറിന്റെ ടോപ്പിക്കിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും കാതലായ വശം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ടോപ്പിക് തന്നെ എന്താ? ഓൺ യുവർ മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ്, ഓൺ യുവർ ലൈഫ്. ലൈഫ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ജീവിത വിജയം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വളർച്ച, അതാണല്ലോ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഗോൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതൊരു കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് പ്രോസസ് ആണ്, ഗോൾ സെറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ. അപ്പൊ സാറിപ്പോ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമ്മുടെ മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് ആണ് എല്ലാം. നമുക്ക് ഒന്ന് നേടിയാൽ അടുത്തത് നേടണം, അതാണല്ലോ നമ്മുടെ ലക്ഷ്യം. ഒന്നിൽ അവസാനിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതല്ല. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടത് നമ്മുടെ മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് തന്നെയാണ്. എത്ര അറിവുണ്ടായാലും വിവേകം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടും നമുക്കത് ആക്ഷൻ എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. അതിന് വേണ്ടത് നല്ലൊരു സ്ട്രോങ് മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ നല്ല
ലൈവ് ഓഫ് ചെയ്തേ